EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Cleveland Browns. $22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Cleveland. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And in recent seasons, he's really elevated his game and become one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL when he's out there leading his squad. He completed over 72% of his passes last season, which led the league, and he's looking to be even better in this season.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he stopped immediately there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Dolphin first down.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Waddle, the motion man, right. On play action, here's Tua. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
2nd and 10. Now Tua going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff as he'll drop to throw it. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Under pressure, they got him again. Devin Bush providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And here are the Browns for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their rookie QB, the young man out of Oregon.
There's a lot to like about Dillon Gabriel's game, and that was registered in the NFL draft when he went in the 3rd round. Incredibly experienced, started 63 games in college, which is an FBS record. He may be undersized, but he understands the offense very well, and he's a terrific competitor.
Throwing to start the drive. Gabriel. This short pass into the hands of Njoku.
Now, coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We're scoreless after 1. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake. Gabriel. Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Gabriel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. Malik Washington deep for Miami. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Tua on the bootleg here. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Achane on the counter. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, "We got this covered." And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, "Somebody get him down." Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now a 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun, Gabriel. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
For another Cleveland Browns. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. They run with 4. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd down and 8. Again, they turn to 4. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Gabriel flushed out right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the Dolphins' 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Gabriel. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. That's to the pylon and incomplete. So all zeros at the half. Time for our halftime report. Here's our buddy Scott Hanson.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hanson here on the 5th floor studios. You can't win if you can't score. That might be the message to the offenses at halftime. Both completely shut down as we are scoreless at the break. First touchdown wins, maybe even next field goal wins. Let's find out who can score the game's first points as we
Scott, thank you, my friend. Well, these two offensive coordinators, they've likely been busy during the break. What can they do to generate some offense in the second half to come? So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this 3rd quarter. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Gabriel. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. This is Ford. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Off of play action. Tagovailoa under pressure, and they get to him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Gain of 10 yards. And the Browns, 1st down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Kenneth Grant, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
At the 44-yard line.
So these two teams will take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium as we're through 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. 2nd and 15. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Gabriel. Being chased out left. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. In case you were wondering, last scoreless tie in the NFL, 1943, Giants and Lions. So here we are in the 4th quarter, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Well, I've got a feeling, partner. I've got a feeling that this is going to be the drive. In fact, something big might happen defensively.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line.
Hand off to Achane to begin the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
And that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. 3rd down.
Now Tua. That's caught by Waller out left side. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded just inside the 30. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Throwing to start the drive. Gabriel. And that is taken in by Njoku.
And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock, and they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. Gabriel. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 1st down. Looking to throw. Gabriel. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
That's good.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's 1st and goal. Right back to Njoku. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Offense.
Late game. That hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it. And this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Again, he'll drop to throw. Out quickly to Judy. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They had gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Third down and goal coming up here. They'll look to throw again. The quick slant caught. And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
And his kick here is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So Tua and the Dolphins down 3-0, 1:09 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Throwing Tua. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Able to slither by. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
1st down, Dolphins.
final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Now Tua. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Riley Patterson on. A lot of pressure on this kick. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Gabriel. Forced out to his left. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. Oh, he shifts past him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Miami.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First throw of the OT session for Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's brought down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
20. First down, Dolphins.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
That's complete to Westbrook-Ikine. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Browns 3.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Gets around him. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now a first throw here in overtime. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
They need a matching touchdown here to keep their hopes alive. Here's second down. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake. Gabriel. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Back to throw again. He's going to take another shot here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
A stop here is a game winner in overtime. Here comes fourth down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And how about that? In a game that's had just about everything, how's that for an answer? Remember, in the past, this game would be over already. But that's a huge play there to give him a fighting chance to...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took him a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece.
That ties the game at 10.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Miami set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better, side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Each team's had it in overtime, so next score wins. Here's second down. Tua. Finding Washington. And he'll get this up past the 45. It's a first down, but the tackle comes in bounds. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Tua. He's got to complete to Waddle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Complete to number 17, Jalen Waddle. It's a gain of 10. First down, Miami.
1 overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. On play action, here's Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Washington. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. Now hold everything because Darren Waller, the tight end, appears to be injured on that play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Every eye in the stadium locked in on Riley Patterson. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. And they have won it here in double overtime.
Browns 10.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home, so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.